This story happened in a small town called Nsud, a quiet community near Enugu, where everyone knew each other. There was a young man called Nkem, a humble and hardworking boy. From when he was small, he had always believed that if you work hard, life will reward you. After finishing secondary school, his parents had no money to send him to university, so they sent him to learn carpentry work. For 5 long years, Nkem served his master faithfully. He never complained, even when he was hungry or tired. When he finally finished his apprenticeship, his master prayed for him and gave him just a little token, enough to buy food for a few days, but not enough to start his own workshop. So every morning, Nkem would wake up, take his small tools, and walk to the market. He didn't have a shop, so he helped other carpenters cut wood or polish chairs. Whatever he earned, he used to feed himself and send a little something to his parents in the village. But inside him, he was tired of suffering. He wanted more. He wanted to make his family proud. One hot afternoon, while coming back from the market, he heard the sound of a car honking behind him. He turned, and to his surprise, it was his old secondary school classmate, Chididike. The boy was driving a big, shining car. Nkem couldn't believe it. They had been in the same class, eaten the same food, even shared pencils, yet now, Chididike was riding a car that could buy a whole workshop. Chididike laughed and stopped the car. "Oh, Nkem, is this you?" he shouted. They hugged like old friends. He told Nkem to enter the car. He drove him straight to a fancy restaurant in town, the kind of place Nkem had never entered in his life. Food was plenty, drinks were flowing. Chididike ordered everything without checking prices. Nkem sat there, confused and amazed. After eating, he finally asked the question that had been burning in his heart. "My brother, abeg, how did you make all this money?" Chididike smiled slowly and said, "Don't worry, Nkem. I'll help you. You deserve better than this suffering." Those words entered Nkem's heart like sweet honey. From that day, Chididike told him to move into his house. They drove to Chididike's big mansion outside town. The house was surrounded by high walls, and inside was full of luxury. And that was how Nkem's life took a new turn. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into 3 months. Nkem saw big men come into Chididike's house with flashy cars, and spending money like water. But he never saw what work they were doing. He began to ask questions, but every time he did, Chididike would say, "Patience, my brother. When the time is right, you know." Then one night, when the moon was high, Chididike finally came to him and said, "The time has come. Tomorrow, I'll show you how we make our money." My children, that night, Nkem could not sleep. His heart was beating fast, half with excitement, half with fear. He was thinking of all the things he would do when money finally came: build a workshop, buy land for his parents, even marry and make a name for himself. The next morning, Chididike came for him before sunrise. They drove out of Nsud, far into a lonely road surrounded by thick forest. For the first time, Nkem felt something strange in his spirit. The silence of that road, the smell of the wet trees, it felt heavy, like something was watching them. After almost an hour, they reached a small mud house hidden deep inside the forest. An old man came out to meet them. His eyes were red like burning charcoal, and his voice sounded as if 2 people were talking at once. Chididike greeted him with respect and said, "Baba, this is my friend I told you about. He's ready." The old man looked at Nkem from head to toe and smiled slowly. "You say you want money?" he asked. Nkem swallowed hard and nodded. "Then you must prove it," the man said. "Bring 1 white cock, 2 tubers of yam, and a small bottle of palm oil." Nkem was surprised. Just that, he thought. He quickly did as told. When he came back, they entered the small hut. The old man drew strange marks on the floor and spoke words that Nkem didn't understand. Then he broke the yam, poured the oil, and slaughtered the cock. When the ritual ended, the man warned, "You must not question the spirits. Whatever happens, do not come back here with fear." Nkem turned to his friend. "Hope this thing won't harm my family," he asked quietly. Chididike laughed. "Oh, you worry too much. Nothing will happen. It's just a cleansing." Nkem tried to smile, but deep down, something didn't feel right. 2 weeks later, money started flowing. People began to notice the change in Nkem. He rented a house, bought new clothes, and even sent some money to his parents. For the first time in his life, he felt important. But then, bad news came. His younger sister, Ada, suddenly fell sick and died within 3 days. No doctor could explain what happened. Nkem wept bitterly, but Chididike told him, "My brother, don't let grief block your blessing. These things happen." He tried to move on, but a month later, his only brother, Obinna, died in an accident. That was when fear caught him properly. 2 deaths in one family, back to back, something was wrong. He went to confront Chididike. "My brother," he said, "something is happening in my family. Are you sure this thing we didn't cause it?" Chididike looked at him coldly. "Why are you asking me? Is it my business who dies in your house? You're rich now. Enjoy your life." Those words broke Nkem's heart. He realized he had made a terrible mistake. He couldn't eat. He couldn't sleep. The money that once made him proud now felt like blood on his hands. One morning, he decided to go back to the forest and see the old man himself. When he got there, the place looked different, darker, quieter. He found the man sitting on the same stool, looking as if he was waiting for him. "Baba," Nkem said, shaking, "my sister and brother are dead. What's happening to my family?" The old man sighed deeply. The sacrifice was not complete. The spirit took what it found first. "If you want peace again, you must bring your mother for the final rite." Nkem stepped back in shock. "My mother? No. Never." The man's eyes glowed red again. "Then prepare yourself. The spirits will not rest." Nkem ran out of that forest like a madman. His heart was pounding, his legs weak. When he reached the main road, he saw a small church by the corner. Out of fear and confusion, he entered. Inside, he fell on his knees and cried like a child. "God, have mercy on me," he shouted. The priest came out quietly and asked what was wrong. Through tears, Nkem told him everything, from the hunger, to his friend, to the rituals, to the deaths in his family. The priest looked at him with pity and said, "My son, your friend has exchanged your destiny. That wealth was meant for you, but he used your bloodline to pay for it. But God loves you, he will not let you die like your siblings. You must fast and pray for 3 days and nights." And that was how the battle for Nkem's soul began. My children, that night, Nkem could not eat. His heart was heavy like a stone. He remembered his sister's laughter, his brother's jokes, his mother's tears. He kept asking himself, how did I allow money to blind me like this? He stayed inside the church that night. The priest gave him water to drink and told him to prepare his mind for 3 days of fasting and prayer. Nkem removed his shoes, knelt before the altar, and cried until his voice cracked. "God, if you can forgive me, I will serve you till I die," he whispered. The first day of the fasting passed with heavy prayers. Nkem would kneel from morning till night, calling on God for mercy. The priest and 2 elders of the church joined him. They sang songs and read from the Bible. The man cried like a child, remembering every sin, every lie, every wrong step he took because of money. The second day came. That night, when he tried to sleep, Nkem had a dream. He saw himself standing in the same forest where the ritual was done. The ground was shaking. He saw Chididike standing beside the old man, laughing with blood on his hands. Nkem tried to run, but his legs were heavy. Then a bright light appeared from the sky, shining on him. A strong voice said, "You have been set free." He woke up sweating. His heart was pounding fast, but there was peace in his chest. The third day of fasting came. By now, Nkem was weak and tired. But his spirit was strong. The priest gathered the church members, and they prayed louder than before. They shouted, they cried, they called fire upon any evil power that tied Nkem's destiny. As they prayed, Nkem fell to the ground and began to shake. The priest laid hands on him and said, "Every curse upon your head, be broken in Jesus' name." Suddenly, Nkem felt something heavy leave his body. He shouted and began to cry again, but this time, it was not sorrow, it was freedom. When the prayer ended, the priest smiled and said, "My son, it is done. You are free." They all rejoiced, clapping and thanking God. After resting a bit, Nkem decided to go home. On the road, the air felt lighter. For the first time in months, he could breathe well. He even smiled. But before he could reach home, news broke out all over Nsud. People were running and shouting, "Accident! Accident!" Nkem's heart skipped. He asked one boy, who was involved. The boy said, "That big man, Chibik. His car somersaulted 7 times near the express." They said he died instantly. Nkem froze. His legs became weak. He sat by the roadside, shaking. It was not joy he felt, it was fear of God. He whispered, "So it's true, vengeance belongs to God." When he finally reached home, his mother hugged him and cried. She said she saw the same dream that night, a bright light covering her son and a dark shadow walking away. From that day, Nkem gave his life completely to God. He went back to carpentry work, not minding how small it was. Slowly, customers began to come. People liked his honesty and humility. In 2 years, he built a small workshop and trained other boys for free. Whenever they asked him, "Oga, why don't you use shortcut to make quick money?" Nkem would laugh and say, "My child, anything that comes fast without sweat comes with blood you don't see." He became known in the whole of Nsud as Nkem the Restored. And that is how his story ended, not with riches of blood, but with peace of heart. So, my children, when next you see your friend driving a big car and you start to envy him, remember Nkem. Remember that not every road leads home. Some roads, no matter how fine, end in the grave. You see, my people, not every open door is from God. Some doors shine like gold but lead straight to the grave. Nkem learned the hard way that shortcuts in life come with hidden sacrifices. Today, he's living in peace, not with plenty of money, but with a clean heart and a clear conscience. So when you see others shining, don't rush to be like them. Pray for your own time, because when it's your time, no power from the pit of hell can stop it. May we never sell our souls for what will fade tomorrow.